What up, what up, what up? Social media world, what's good, all you crazy entrepreneurs? Today is Thursday. It is day 9 of the 90-day challenge. It's your boy Aaron Bevins with the one and only Joey Bebo. And we've been making it happen consistently. Joey, let the people know what our stats are for the 90-day challenge. Let's hop right in this.
Let's get it. So currently, I got 2 deals under contract. Aaron has 2. Carlos has 1. We have a couple contracts out that should be getting ratified. I've been waiting for these, hopefully today or tomorrow. I put up 20 offers yesterday. It was like 10:30 my time. I was like at 18, couldn't get anybody else on the phone. I was like, I'm not giving up. It's like, there's no shot I'm giving up. I found 2 more to make, got them out. And I went to sleep a happy man last night. It's funny because in the past couple of days, it was like 14 offers to a contract. I went home with no contracts yesterday. I was a little upset about that, but lag times are real when you're dealing on market. So just wait.
Yeah, 100%. So we calculated as of right now, our lead to our offer to contract ratio is what, 1 out of 14? Joey? Oh no,
yeah,
1 out of 14.
Made
20 offers, but there's a such thing, guys, as it's called regressing to the mean. And what that means is, at scale, when you average out for the month or you average out for the week, let's just say on a micro scale, you average out for the week how many offers you made, how many contracts came in. Regressing to the mean means that you might have made offers 3 days out of the 6 days you're making offers and got nothing, 4 days and got nothing, but then got 2 or 3 contracts on day 6 and 7. And guess what? You still have an offer to contract ratio, but it felt like you were regressing to that mean average. So we know for a fact, based on our numbers, something's going to happen in the next couple of days with how many offers that we're making. We're regressing to the mean, though. But this is really exciting to be less than 10 days into the challenge. We're already at 5 solid contracts, already have 1 assignment for $15,000, which we're super excited about. And we're continuing to build momentum. We all have sub-pipeline momentum that's building up, and we're expecting it to vomit all over us. So for those of you that don't know, the 90-day challenge that we're doing, that we're day 9 of right now, is a challenge that Joey Bebo came up with. And his idea was, let's hold ourselves accountable to the public and within our community by going live every single day and setting the goal to generate $250,000 in closed and funded revenue, wholesaling real estate, with $0 marketing expenses. And the marketing channel would be that we would be reaching out to realtors, building relationships with them and brokers, making offers to properties that are on market that fit a certain criteria, which puts them at higher odds to accept wholesale offers. And those criteria is like being on market for an extended period of time, longer than days on market average, and conditions where properties that have conditions where they need to sell, and all that fun stuff, similar to the way we do whenever we're looking for distressed properties off market. We're looking for conditions that put the sellers and realtors in a higher odds, give them higher odds to accept a wholesaling offer, wholesale offer. Joey, go ahead, Joey.
I was gonna say, it's crazy too, because I had 2 conversations yesterday with 2 offers I made out, and they were like the definition of distress on these phones. It was 2 flippers. They ended up 2 separate realtors, 2 separate flippers, but they purchased these properties with hard money when the market was hot, and they literally bought them too high. Now they're working on other projects. One was fully gutted down to the studs. And even the realtor was like, and I had the conversation with the realtor, like, there's gonna come a moment, because one of them, the hard money loans, literally due at the end of this month. So I'm like, I need this low to get this done quick. So I think it was 105 was what they needed to clear. But the seller already told didn't say it, but implied it, like they're gonna have to come to the closing table with some money.
Wow.
So, and I told the realtor, I was like, look, like, normally I want to make sure the seller walks away with something. But in situations like these, when there's they got to get out of this hard money loan. It's for them, it's more worth literally taking 40 grand, throwing it into like paying off the loan, us taking over the remainder of the loan, not taking over, but paying that off, and then putting them out of this situation. Then it's just a learning lesson. And it's unfortunate because the realtor is family friends with them. And she's like, I feel so bad for them, but the end of the day, when you're a flipper investor, any capacity, you're gonna get in bad situations and you're gonna make mistakes, but you just gotta learn from it and not make the same mistakes again. And that's the most important part.
Yeah, 100%. And I think I love the fact that you're giving us this quick case study, Joey, because I think the mistake that a lot of people make, which deters people from on market offers and working with agents, is they feel like, well, if the person's working with an agent, they're obviously not motivated. In other words, by the way, there's a difference between an excited seller and a motivated seller. An excited seller is simply someone who is enthusiastic about getting whatever price that they want. That's well within their American right. A motivated seller is somebody who, if they don't sell this property, there's some sort of pain, right? There's where they are right now, and the difference between where they want to be, where they are right now, and where they want to be, right, is called motivation. It's called pain. And so, with a motivated seller, if they don't sell to us, something that they don't like is going to happen, right? And it could be any one of the 5 Ds that we say, and these are the basic categories. It's death, disease, divorce, debt, or a distressed property. And then the sixth one is like a tired landlord. It's somebody who owns a property that they don't live in. All of these individuals uh, find themselves working with realtors as well. So the fact that they're working with a realtor does not mean that there's no motivation. It simply means they're working with a realtor, right? So especially if we're curating our list the way Joey has been showing us, and the way we do in the training video, then it puts you in a position where you have greater chances to get a wholesale offer accepted by a realtor. And by the way, for those of you who have been watching this, actually, I'm really excited about this, Joey. We've had a whole lot of realtors. We've had brokers who have been reaching out to us, who have been saying, hey, they're having their team listen to these so that they can identify opportunity whenever it calls them. And this is really, really exciting because I mean, we set out to make an impact on the community and the industry, but Joey, this might be bigger than we even think because there's a chasm, there's a gap between the investor and wholesaler community and the retail agent broker community, and we're bridging that gap, right? Showing that it's
Exactly.
okay for us to work together. We're being fully transparent. We're being open. We're underwriting very well. So our contract to close ratio, right, contract to assignment ratio right now, Joey's is like 80%. That's really, really good. That's 30% higher than national average wholesaler, which means that that's good business, right? And the 20% fall off rate accounts for things that's beyond our control and sometimes overly optimistic underwriting,
Acquisitions,
right?
guys.
Yep, yep. But
And
but yeah,
also, my bad. To add on that too, if you got like, there's gonna come the time in any wholesaler's business where you're going to have to cancel a deal. It's literally just part of the business. Like I hate it. It's my least favorite part of it.
yeah,
But when that time does come, make sure you are transparent. Make sure you tell the
yes,
agent, owner, whoever it is your fault. It's no one else's. I don't care about if the appraisal came back wrong. I don't care if there's other stuff you missed. Like it's our job as wholesalers to literally find out every detail of that property,
up
like
front.
show it to our investors. And look, you're not going to close everything, but when you're up front and you blame yourself instead of blaming out like the market or whatever it is, like, no, it's on you. You messed up. It is what it is. They're going to respect you when you own it yourself than whether you try to blame it on other people. When you try to blame it on other people, it's going to give
Come
you a bad
on.
name. They're not going to want to do business with you after that.
Let them in on how I rehash really quick before we get into intro and we start making calls. And I want to hear your rehash. Here's how mine goes. But we call this a rehash. This is the rehash whenever we were over optimistic on our ARV, or we were a little bit too conservative underwriting the rehab. For whatever reason, our numbers are wrong. The conversation sounds something like this. Joey, you be my seller. Um,
Hello.
ring, ring, ring. Hey, Joey.
Yes.
Hey, Joey, it's Aaron. How are you?
I'm doing good. What's going on, Aaron?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Joey, I wanted to give you a call right away because, dude, I feel like I have pie on my face right now. I feel really bad right now.
What happened?
Well, remember when we originally talked, we said that we could purchase the property for $80,000 because it needed about $40,000 in work. And I figured that we could sell the property on the back end for X amount, right?
Yeah.
Well, I've walked all of my investors slash contractors through the property to run my numbers, and all of them are saying that it's going to need upwards of $60,000 in renovation for this property, and that's going to make it so that I'm going to be underwater with this deal. So I don't think my numbers work. So unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to move forward at this price. With that said, I would 100% still be willing to purchase this property if we could be at $65,000 cash. I'm sorry, $60,000 cash. I could
Okay.
still pay all the closing costs. There's still no realtor commissions involved, and I can take care of everything. I could still close in 2 weeks. But this is just a new update from my investors. And by the way, if that's not something that you want to do, I am not going to pressure you. I'm just letting you know where I stand. What are your thoughts on that?
I don't think 60 grand's gonna work, but
Mhm.
I mean, when can you get it closed by?
I completely understand that. And if you were able to move forward with me, I could easily have this closed out in the next week. Like all of my investors have already spoken with me. They are ready to move forward. Title is already clear. I can move forward in the next week to 2 weeks. If you did, if you were willing to work with me on that price.
Okay. Let me talk to my wife and I'll see what we could do. I mean, if you guys can close by next week, it is what it is. Like we just need to get out of this situation. So just let me just speak to my wife and I'll keep you posted, Aaron.
Okay, I understand, Joey, and thank you for allowing me to be open and honest with you. You're the first person that I called as soon as it was verified that these were the numbers, and again, I feel really bad. With that said, Joey, I do want to act with urgency here. I don't want to pressure you. When should I call you back if I don't hear from you?
I'm gonna call you back in the next hour or two. If you don't hear from me, just call me back later today.
Okay, we'll do. We'll do. If I don't hear back, I mean, is it fair if I call you back in the next 2 to 3 hours?
Sure.
Okay. Hey, Joey, thanks for taking this call with kindness, and I hope to talk to you soon, brother.
Absolutely.
All right. Boom. So that's how I would handle a rehash, and I'm putting it on me. However, I'm also telling the truth. We've had our funding partners walk the property. I contracted the property because I felt that the numbers were such. Then I got my funding partners to walk the property, and they're telling me my numbers are wrong. Well, by the way, they're the experts. You know what I mean? So I'm just being honest, and I'm letting the seller know why my numbers were wrong. Now, ideally, I I I want to be conservative on my ARV, liberal on my repairs, and make enough of a profit, build enough of profit in my offer to cushion myself from ever having to do this. But sometimes it happens, dude. You know what I mean? And it just requires that we're upfront and transparent whenever it does. How
Exactly. I have
how
one.
about you? How about you, Joey? How does yours work before we do intro and get into making calls?
So I have a real life situation that happened today. I have a deal that's supposed to close next week, and the appraisal just came back for the hard money loan, and they appraised it as a single family when it's a two family. So I had to call a realtor on that, and that was the first call I made. And he didn't answer at first, and he finally calls me back, and I'm like, "Hey, Matt, um, so the appraisal just came back. It came back at 500,000. The realtor thought it was going to appraise at 600. I was like, we have to get this figured out. Like, I was like, if you have any documentation that could prove it's a two family, we're going to have to send over that documentation to the lender so that they could redo the appraisal. I was like, but absolute worst case scenario, if it is actually a single family, we're not going to be able to get this done at our price. We're going to need it at 250, and
Mm,
and we have it at 310. So he
mm,
basically, and like this is a deal killer because we're getting, if my investor buys it at 310, it's 150 of work and you can only sell it for five, he's not gonna make money. So the realtor understood it, but I had to just tell him straight up. And I mean, normally I'll be like, this one's fully on me, but it was on me. I mean, I should have, I guess, had the documentation. It was a two family, but going forward, I just gotta act differently. And if these things come up, you just gotta act quick with it. And now I'm
yep,
doing damage control to try to see how we could save this thing. And
yep,
hopefully, we send over the document. Hopefully, we'll be good. But yeah,
yeah,
you gotta just own it. That's like the
hundred
hardest.
percent.
That's the hardest part about it. And most people can't. The majority of men have big egos, and they're not able to own when they mess up. And that's the
And
hardest part.
women,
And
and
women
women.
too.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah,
Well,
yeah.
we are
It's
egotistical creatures, so absolutely everybody has an
hundred
ego.
percent. Yeah, absolutely. and I love that we're talking about this because I think sometimes what stops people from getting started, Joey, is they're like, I'm afraid to make mistakes. I'm afraid to have to eat my words. I'm afraid to say the wrong thing. I'm afraid to look dumb. And it's like, look, this is a people business. You're not a master. Like, you have to suck before you become a master. You need to
Exactly.
scrape your ankles, bump your knee, bloody your nose, get a busted lip. Like, it's gonna happen. Like me and like I hope that one of the biggest takeaways you're getting from me and Joy doing this live is we make mistakes and we're still putting up numbers and we're still gonna hit our goal. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But you got to get the reps in. And whenever you get the reps in, that means you're tearing muscle tissue, you're getting uncomfortable, it's gonna hurt, you're gonna be a little bit sore. But the idea is to get back in the gym tomorrow.
Exactly. Absolutely. And it's just, yeah, you got to keep shooting. And like, look, even when things go wrong and you got to rehash on the price, you have to cancel. Don't let it discourage you from locking up more deals. Like, be open about what you're doing. Tell them you're pretty good on your numbers. And I straight up tell these realtors sometimes, I'm like, look, I need my option period or my inspection, but the only reason I've ever had to go back on my numbers is if the rehab was more than we thought or the ARV was less than we thought. And it's that simple. And I'll tell you guys straightforward when it in real time when it happens, and that's the most important part, is if things do go wrong, do not wait. Do not
Yep.
wait a day, do not wait
Yep.
3 days. I don't care how scared you are, get them on the phone, like get uncomfortable and get it figured out. Because
Yep.
otherwise then you're doing what the bad wholesalers do, what gives our industry a bad name.
Yep.
And you don't want to do that. We want to
Yep.
give this industry a good name so that we could do this business as long as we want to and live.
That's right. That's right. 100 million%. Booyaka, booyaka. We in here. More fire, more fire. All right. With that said, y'all, it's your boy Aaron Bevins and Joey Bebo. We're about to get right to that action. Joey's pulling up the list. We're about to make our first calls. $250,000 in 90 days with zero marketing expenses. Day 9. Let's get it.
If you're not closing deals today, your business is dying.
I just really think you don't like my assignment fees. But it's all good though, cause I'll double close. Ask me how much did I make, only my mother knows. Now I'm at the dealership like I own one of those. I just made 100,000 right under your nose. 10 bands, 50 band Q Miller. My pipeline like Godzilla. Please do not play with my Skrilla. Attorney on deck, he a killer, yeah. Beat on my chest like gorilla. Me and winning are familiar, yeah. Me and the whole are familiar. Neapolitan vanilla, yeah, that's mixed up, not messed up.
What up, what up, what up, what up, y'all? All right, we're about to start making these calls. Joey, we're not sparing no time. Let's hop right into it and let's start getting to this action.
Let's get it. Let's get it. We were talking about energy yesterday, a 20 offer day. I woke up this morning hurting, but we are pushing through today and I feel amazing now. All I had to do was go to the gym and get my energy flowing.
You know what it's like, bro? It's like if you've ever run for an extended period of time, you hit what they call the wall. But if you push past the wall, your body releases endorphins because it's so uncomfortable and painful to get to that wall where you feel like your ribs are your lungs are burning, your rib cage is expanding, the lactic acid is building up in your calves, in your shins, and then you push past it. And it's like this freedom, it's this feeling of freedom and peace, and noise seems to go away, and you just catch a rhythm with your run. And at that point, you feel like you can run forever, but you have to push past that wall. That's what happens with consistency in business. You're going to get to a point where it is so freaking uncomfortable to do this monotonous behavior of dialing the phone, having the conversation, make the offer, build the rapport, qualify, make the offer, get rejected, and do it over and over. Get kicked in the mouth over and over and over and dude, it is so emotionally exhausting.
It is.
You push past that, you like nature, financially speaking, the endorphins are released, right?
Exactly.
Like you start to see results and you start to see production and yield from that effort. You know what I mean? But it comes after that. It comes after that discomfort, after being consistent.
Yesterday was like, I'm doing a 100 rep week at the gym this week. And yesterday was like the definition of that 100 rep workout. Like I was like, you're at rep like 90, for example. And like everything's burning. Like I have not dropped the weights. I'm like literally 90 reps straight into this workout. And it's like, you just want to quit. But by the time I got to 100, like I literally just like roll the weights on the floor, and I'm just like, let's go. Like, you just get so amped up. But every time that you hit those extra reps, like yesterday I was at 18 and I had to get to 20, and I didn't want to do it, bro. I was like done. I had every excuse going on in my head, like, oh, it's late, they're not going to answer, they don't want to listen to me, blah blah blah. And I was like, stop. Like, just stop. And I got it done. And the feeling after that, like, now next time I'm probably gonna do 22 offers and then 25, and it's like, now I know my ceiling is that high, and then you could just keep pushing and pushing and pushing beyond it. And that's the beauty of this stuff.
Facts, bro. Facts. I love the fact that we're talking about this, dude, because it's gonna prepare everybody, so whenever they hit that point, they're not gonna feel like they're weak. They're not gonna feel like there's something wrong with them. It's like, no, like, even Joey felt this, even Aaron felt this in the 90-day challenge live. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah, there's day, like, trust me, I woke up today like, damn, like, I gotta put up another 20 today. Like, sheesh. It's like my head hurts, got a little headache and everything. I'm like, this is gonna be a draining day. But then I meditated a little bit. I went to my gym, and there's no excuse. I got a goal to hit, and it's gonna get done no matter how tired I am or how shitty I feel. And that's where the energy is going to come from.
Money does not care about your feelings. You feel depressed, your business doesn't care. You know what I'm saying? You just got your heart broke. Your business doesn't care. That might sound really, really bad and wicked and evil, but it's like it's the truth. Imagine telling your mortgage holder, my heart is broken. I can't pay the mortgage this month. Like, they don't care. You gotta get up and work. You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
I gotta plug in my laptop, bro.
Let's do it. A lot of people don't understand when they're getting into business is like the business until you automate your business and you're not a business operator, like the business stops running when you stop working, and it's that simple. So like you're gonna have to be uncomfortable and you're gonna have to be uncomfortable every single day and just push through on the days you feel like shit. Because if you just don't work, then guess what?
I'm not a regular nigga. Oh snap! They can hear me. Well, guess what? Well, I can say that on Facebook, right? Well, that's how I talk.
That you gotta be you. That's it.
I'm not regular. I'm not human.
You can't be regular to get to the places we're trying to go. That's just a fact.
Because look, I don't want regular results, bro. Watch. Let's talk about regular results real quick. Facts. While I'm pulling up these leads. Do y'all know the average millennial right now has less than $1,000 in savings? That's 50% of millennials have less than $1,000 saved. So if that's regular, bro, I do not want to be regular. I want to be a top 5%er. I want to be a top 1%er because I don't want to have regular problems.
No, exactly.
What do you think, Joey? Am I tripping?
No, I completely agree with that. I mean, at the end of the day, like, you live once, and
no
if I'm gonna do it
either.
Exactly. If I'm gonna live this life one time, I want to do it on my terms and do it at an extent that, like, I can literally be free. I can do whatever the hell I want to do. I don't have to worry about money. I don't have to worry about anything, and I can actually leave a mark on this world. That's the most important part. So, like, if I just wanted to be average, I'd just go get a job. I wouldn't be sitting here stressing myself out over deals and calling realtors like 100 times a day, putting up 20 offers. Like, that's not a regular thing to do. That's something that the only way that you could be successful is to do that shit. And I just suck it up sometimes.
So I love that you made that so simple. If I want to be, if I don't want to be regular, I can't do regular things. So if I want excellent, that means I got to do excellent things.
Exactly.
Meaning I got excellent behaviors, like
excellent actions. It's about every little offers. Daily action. That's it. If you think that 10 offers is what it's going to take to be successful, then do 20. If you think 20 is what it's going to take to be successful, do 30. It's like literally whatever you think it's going to take to get there. You never know what's going to happen on deals. You never know when you're going to be a week away from closing and the appraisal comes back as a single family and now you got to pull out from the deal if it doesn't work out. Like, you got to have so many deals in the pipe in this business so that no matter what happens, no matter what gets affected on these deals, you still have 10 others, 20 others behind it that you're still going to be making your money. And that's the most important part. And I've had to learn that lesson too many times over when I only had one deal under contract and I was dead broke trying to figure this shit out, and there was like that deal fell off, and that hurt. There was no money coming in for another month, and that was because I was only taking regular actions.
Yep. Big major facts.
All right, Rafi got 6 offers up, bro. Make sure you guys got accountability partners in your life, bro. Like I got a couple guys in the Discord with me, and they push me harder than I could push myself. And if you don't have someone else out there that is pushing you like that, you're not gonna like. You are your own worst enemy. It's a lot easier to quit on yourself than it is to quit on other people. It's also why we're doing the stream, so I gotta do this for everybody, not just for me.
Actual factual statements. Get you an accountability partner. Get you somebody that you're afraid to disappoint them, and y'all follow up with one another every single day. They're actually gonna hold you accountable to how many calls you made, how many offers you made, how many contracts you got this week, this month, how many assignments, how much you're actually closing and funding. Somebody you can be open and honest and transparent with.
You can't hide from that accountability when you got somebody calling you like, yo, how many offers you got up today?
Are you gonna start from the top of the list or the bottom, bro?
Up to you. I don't.
I'm gonna start from the top.
All right, I'll start from the bottom.
Let's go. We out here. We out here.
Can I combine these 2 rows real quick?
Can you do that?
Because you see how it's like all separate columns?
Yeah, I think that's how it came from the list.
Oh,
Is it possible to come out? I'm just gonna start calling.
I should have paid more attention in college. I would have known how to do this. I think there's a way. Hold on. No.
We also don't have the realtors' names. Oh yeah, we do.
Yeah, we do right there.
Beautiful. Let's go. All right, making the first dial.
Oh, did I just mess this up? Hold on, let me undo that. Yeah, I just messed. All right, whatever. We gotta just.
What's up, Kev Turner? What up? What up?
What up, Kev?
Facebook user says, what percentage of your deals will actually see closing and not have to back out because you couldn't find a buyer? I mean, probably 20%. For this challenge, right now we're projecting about 20% fallout rate. We're projecting to close and fund 80% of the deals that we contract. Now, with that said, we've created a buffer with our goals of 30%. We're factoring in. My goal is to generate enough contracts so that if I saw a 50% fallout rate, I could still hit goal. But we're projecting an 80% a contract to close ratio so that we can exceed our goal, if that makes sense. Facebook user. All right, I'm calling the next.
So there was eager to sell fast, and she accepted. Then she came back and said, "I'm going to see more offers. If she comes back, should I offer less?" I probably would, but typically in those situations, like I would just make sure the second they accept that offer, like make sure you send out the contract on that call with them on the phone. Get them to sign it while you're on the phone with them. Then you're not going to have to worry about them chopping out your offer, trying to find other people that are going to pay more. Like, be like, if I'm going to give you an offer, are you willing to sign paperwork today? And if they're willing to start the process today, then you make them the offer, especially when you're dealing direct to seller, because otherwise they're literally going to chop your offer out.
Bars.
I'm starting to do that with the realtors too. I'm like, can you get this accepted today? I just need a contract today. And it's been, when you add that urgency, sometimes it just, it'll make them move, and they see you're very serious.
What's up, Diamond Cervantes? Tayani was good. I may have missed the recap. Where are you at contract-wise? How many signed and estimated revenue? Right now, day 9 in the challenge, we're currently at 5 executed and ratified contracts. One of them assigned for a $15,000 assignment fee and a total of $50,000 in projected revenue. And based on Joey's on-market business, we're looking to see an 80% contract to close ratio. That's simply using Joey's business on market outside of this challenge numbers as reference, if that makes sense, Tayani.
Pete was in here before. He sent the money signs. Guess how many contracts Pete has right now, Aaron?
How many?
8.
Whoa, let's go. Is he on market as well?
Yes, sir.
Come on, man. Listen, yo, I'm telling you. I'm telling guys, just so y'all know, that's in a span of like 2 months. Little over
Literally
2
in
months.
2 months, bro. Just consistent action. I think Pete was doing 5 offers a day.
I'm telling you, it's consistency. It's consistency, man.
Hello?
Hi, this is the front desk at Keller Williams returning your call.
Yes, I was looking to speak with Richard Acosta for his listing on Oakbrook.
Okay, perfect. Let me pull up his phone number and I'll get you transferred over to his mobile phone.
Okay, and is there any way I could grab his mobile as well?
Yeah, absolutely. And you said the first name is Richard?
Yeah, Acosta.
Okay. If you're ready, have that number?
Okay, I'm ready.
210
Okay.
885
Mm-hmm.
4579.
Perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, got you.
Something like that, yeah.
Could I, if I sent you my information, would you be willing to send me any properties that do come around that hit your desk like this? I'd be willing to pay your full commission.
Sure.
Awesome.
Yeah, no, send them to me.
What I'll do is I'll send you a text right now. I'll let you know what my buy box is. That way, if anything comes across your desk that fits that criteria, I mean, we're cash. We can close as soon as title's clear. And again, I don't mind paying your full commission. So I like building long-term relationships with people. So if we can do deals in the future, that would be super cool.
Awesome. Okay, yeah, send me your stuff. I'll save you.
Awesome, Gloria. And I'll talk to you soon.
Okay,
Hopefully.
thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Joey, you can unmute yourself if you're having a conversation. What does your day-to-day schedule look like from the time you wake up until you go to bed? D Banks. Wake up around 4:30 a.m., get to the gym by 5 a.m., and then come home and breakfast, shower. Definitely have already done affirmations. Send everybody in the house like their chores for the day, get ready for the day. I have an accountability meeting with my admin at 9:30 to hold me accountable for all my behaviors, for my roles across my entire organization, as well as set agenda for the remainder of the day. And then I am hopping into my first time block by like 9 or 10. And then from 11 to 1 p.m. for the next 90 days, I am making on-market offers. Then from there, I time block my week into chunks. The first 3 days of the week, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, are all coaching calls for my education company. Thursday and Friday, I have massive time blocks for my virtual staffing company. On Saturday, I am doing, and then in the evenings, I'm time blocked again for making dials again, 3 days out of the week. For a total of 4 hours a day. And then on Saturday is like laundry list for the wholesaling business. I have an inventory meeting I do with Joey Bebo, Carlos Todd, and our transaction coordinator, Sable Smith, as well as Christopher Crump. And then we have a coaching call for the education company. And then for the remainder of the day, I'm just wrapping up items and following up with people for this 90-day challenge. So I know that's a lot of information, but that's basically what my days look like, and that's what my weeks look like over the next 3 months. Today is it's officially day 10 of the actual challenge, but it's day 9 of going live because we only go live 5 days a week, if that makes sense. Hope that makes sense, D Banks.
Do you have a morning routine too, Aaron?
I do. Wake up at 4:30 a.m. at the gym by 5, typically. Intense workout. Good amount of and then I'm doing affirmations in the sauna. I'm in the sauna for 15 minutes. And I'm doing affirmations. Not really out loud. I'll utter them to myself in an undertone, but it's still passionate. I still feel it. You know, I'm in there heavy. You know what I mean? For 15 minutes, bro. Just wiring myself. And I have macro affirmations. For example, I have net worth goals. I want to be. Can I share this really quick, Joey?
Yeah.
I know that I'm gonna be worth. I'll have a net worth. I have it written down here so that y'all know it's not cap. I don't know if you can see it. You can't see it on my notes, but I'll be worth $1.2 billion by the time I'm 58, on or before 58 years old. So I have net worth goals to meet along the way. So I have those macro affirmations. Those are my big, hairy, lifetime financial affirmations. Like I'll be worth a net worth of $10 million by 2025. And that's like my aggressive. I kind of just told on myself a little bit. So no, I'm not an 8-figure nigga yet. But I mean, you know, by 2025 I will be. And then the goal is to double my net worth every 3 to 5 years from 2025. So by the time I'm 38 years old, I'll be worth 20 million. By the time I'm 42, I'll be worth 40 million. By the time I'm 45, I'll be worth 80 million. By the time I'm 48, I'll be worth 160 million. By the time I'm 51, I'll be worth 320 million. By the time I'm 54, I'll be worth 640 million. By the time I'm 58, I'll be worth 1.2 billion. And Q tells me that my time frames are they're too far out. So I'm just making the rules easy for me to win. If we exceed that, you know what I mean, which I think that we will, dope. But at least I have those affirmations there, and I know what I'm shooting for, so that I know that by the time I get to these ages, I should have put in the work and done the stuff to be able to be at that net worth. Then I have micro affirmations, and those are the things that I need to be doing right now, like the kind of vehicle I drive, the kind of cash flow I generate each month, the behaviors. I affirm who I need to be in order to accomplish what I need to in the next 90 days. You know what I mean? And I have 10 of those that I read to myself every single morning.
Facts. I gotta start doing the affirmations. I do. I meditate every morning. I read. I take my little Spanish lessons, and then I go to the gym. But I gotta start getting into the affirmations too, because I did it a couple times this week, and like, whew, my energy was off the charts, bro. I was like,
it makes a difference, right?
It makes a huge difference, bro, because there's always going to be the self-doubt that's going to hit your brain on a daily basis when you're in this business. But those affirmations shut it up. Like it's like, nah, I got this. I'm going to do this, and I'm in it right now doing it. So
what people don't understand is that we become what we think about most of the time, and the mind is like a garden. So if I plant seeds of weeds, I'm gonna get weeds. If I plant seeds of flowers, I'm gonna get flowers. If I don't plant anything, I'm still gonna get weeds. So we become what we think about. So I have to control what I think about. I have to program my mind with what I want the outcome to be, right?
Facts. No, you have to. And when you start thinking all these negative thoughts, they come to reality.
Yep.
You think something's not going to work, it's not going to work. It's just that even if it was meant to work, if you think it's not going to and you have those negative thoughts, it'll kill you.
Joey, I just created a column in our spreadsheet that says notes on column 8.
All right, cool. Yeah, we need that. And someone asked, what time do we go to sleep? I used to go to bed at 8 p.m. every single night. I would wake up at 5. And then I got in the AW community, and our coaching calls end at 10. So I've been going to bed at like 12 every night, still up by 7. I'm usually in the gym by 8. My days are just a little pushed back now. but I time block, so I still hit every goal every single
Hey,
day.
Sandy, this is Aaron. How are you?
I'm okay.
Thank you for taking my call, by the way. I was calling about the property there on Sign Street, the listing on 1715.
Yeah, I believe we have it under contract as of today.
No way. Well, congrats to you. That's awesome.
Thank you.
Sucks for me,
I'll
though.
take your number in case it comes back on the market.
Yes, please do. And also, Sandy, if you get any, do you come across deals like this often?
Okay. I have a property on Legend Heights that was converted into like a little multi-family,
Okay.
but it's not a house; it's a mobile home.
I love it.
Mobile home was converted. Pardon?
No, I love it. I'm listening.
Okay. It's mobile homes, and the main mobile homes in 1998.
Okay.
It was split into 2 units because the mother-in-law lived on the right unit, which was made handicap accessible.
Can you hear her, bro?
And that one
Yeah.
unit became Section 8 approved.
Okay.
And then there's an RV. There's 2 RVs, and then an apartment that was added to the back. The other problem with that property is that it's uninsurable.
What do you mean?
The insurance company will only insure it as a multifamily because of the 3: the apartments, the main part of the mobile home, and then the 1 bedroom.
Understood.
That's the only way they'll insure it. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Completely
And then the 2
understood.
RVs, of course, would be separate, but
And
as
it
far
does it come with the land that's on it?
it's on 0.6, I think it is. Yes, it does.
Okay. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay.
And it's on MLS. It's 4910 Legend Heights.
I am looking it up right now. Boom. Okay. And do you have a couple minutes now where we can talk about this one, because I could be make you an offer on this one before we hop off.
Sure, go ahead.
How many meters does it have?
How many meters?
Yes, ma'am.
I think, I don't know, but I think they're all on the same one.
Okay, so 1 meter.
And it's got city water, it's got a septic.
But you're saying there's 4 units.
There's more what?
Are you? I'm just clarifying. You're saying that there's 4 units.
It's a total of 1, 2, 3 in the mobile home, and then 2 RVs.
Oh, so five opportunities to generate income here.
Yes,
Is it currently occupied or is it vacant?
vacant. I
Okay.
believe the last tenant was getting out at the end of this month or at the end of July. It might be
Lovely.
this month, that the last tenant who's in the 1-bedroom apartment attached to the mobile home.
Ah, I see. Okay. And do you know how much they were charging for rent?
A lot of them were friends, so I don't know for sure. I could ask them, but I think they were charging very reasonable fees, which of course you can charge whatever you want.
Sure.
But yeah, and there's no leases still pending or anything.
Beautiful. Okay. This seems like it could be a good buy and hold. I'm intrigued with this. I'm gonna underwrite this right now because I want to get you an offer.
Okay.
Obviously, I'm not gonna be able to refinance this out, probably, huh?
No.
It's
I
gonna
mean,
have to
owner
be just like a.
finance, maybe.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I feel. Let me ask you this. I'm curious. If I could pay 3% of your commission in order so that they don't have to cover your full commission, you still get paid your full commission, but it offsets them a little bit. Would they be willing to be flexible with me at all on price if I can come in full, at cash and pay all of the closing costs?
Right. They probably might. They're negotiable right now. The family moved to Puerto Rico.
Oh, nice.
And the owners moved to Puerto Rico, and they're even willing to do owner finance too. With, I believe they told me 30,000 down.
Okay, so let me take a look at that. So you're saying they're willing to do owner finance with 30,000 down.
Yeah.
So that would
But
be
that
they
was
want
to cover the
37%.
commissions, so-
Go ahead.
Yeah, that was to cover the commissions. If you didn't do the commission, maybe they can take 20. I don't know.
Ah, I see what you're saying. And then what kind of terms were they thinking about?
Terms was 8. I think they said 8% and or 8.25. I'm driving right now, and my daughter's driving, but I'm in a car, so I'm not in front of the computer.
Okay.
And 15-year amortization.
And say that you said say that again.
No prepayment penalty, 15-year amortization, the 25 to 30 down. What else did I say? That's it. 8.25 interest, I think it was that they told me.
Okay.
It's on the MLS. I believe I have the terms on the MLS as well.
Okay, beautiful, beautiful. Okay. I love it. So this, if I feel like I have all the information I need in order to see if this qualifies for what we're looking for, Sandy, I'm gonna place you on a brief hold, and I'm gonna see if I can get with my underwriting team and get you an offer. I'm gonna be right back. Okay?
Okay. Sounds good. Thank you.
No problem. 1 second. Okay, so let's go ahead and underwrite this. The way I'm gonna underwrite this, because this is not something that we're gonna be able to, anybody's gonna be able to refinance out of. This is not somebody that you're gonna be able to sell FHA, VA. This is not something you're not gonna get an appraised value for you're not gonna get retail value for this property based on how it's structured. This is it's a single family. I'm sorry, it's a mobile home that is structured as 5 units, 3 units in the actual mobile home, and then 2 RV parks. There's only 1 meter. So there's no way your traditional buy and hold guy is gonna buy this. But we do have those. I'm not trying to be stereotypical, but we have those, those Mexican landlords, the ones who all they care about. It's not just Mexican landlords, it's like the creative finance landlords. They care about the cash flow. You might not ever be able to refinance out of this, but it'll cash flow for sure. And so if I could offer them owner finance terms to buy into a property where their cash on cash return is insane, they'd be willing to purchase this property as a makeshift, multifamily, if that makes sense. So it also depends on zoning and all that. So let's see what we can find here. I'm underwriting the deal right now just to see what we could probably cash flow on this.
That's all. And she said, "Oh, no, I understand." She said, "I understand." I said, "Okay." So I told her that the other sister wanted to charge her 300, and her response was,
I'm just underwriting this deal, y'all, and bear with me.
Spanish only, and I told her, "I'll translate once you're there." I said, "Probably put me on speaker." I said, "I'll help you translate." Diane gets by like you.
Right now, by the way, the seller is on hold. I mean, the realtor's on hold. Let me get back with the realtor. Hey, Sandy.
Oh, yes, sir.
Quick question: each one of those units is on how many bedrooms?
The one on the left, I believe, the mobile home on the left, I believe it's a 3-2.
Oh,
The one
wow.
on the right is that turned into a mother-in-law suite, and the father-in-law was disabled. So that's a 1-1 with what do you call it? Wheelchair.
Okay. Wheelchair accessible. Beautiful.
And then the attached apartment is a 1-1. And that one, I believe, has washer dryer connections. And the mobile home on the left has a washer dryer also. Then of course the RV and the 2 RVs are fine too.
They're what?
I don't know how many bedrooms the RVs are.
Okay.
But
Okay, I just wanted to have that because that's gonna help me right now. Okay, I'm gonna place you on a brief hold. I'll be right back. Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
Thank you. I'm just seeing how much we can get for this. She just hung up on me, so I'm gonna call her back right now. Hopefully she didn't play me. Hopefully it was on accident. Tayani, you heard her talk.
Sandy. Hello.
Hey, Sandy, sorry about that. I think we got disconnected.
Yes, we did. Okay.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Okay.
One moment. Thank you. Yeah, her and her daughter were talking in the background. I'm surprised you could hear that, Tayani. It looks like the ones in this area can go for about 1,100. So let's conservatively call it 900. So it's 111, 2 1-1s.
Aaron, I got some news for you. I didn't tell you yet.
What?
We have a second motel.
Shut up.
That's
bro.
even that NOI is 290. The one we have is 180.
Bro, that's wild.
And the realtors are actually direct to seller on this one.
Dude, I think that this thing can cash flow probably about $2,500 a month. If it can do $2,500 a month, and the person is all in at $50,000, the underlying note would look like this.
Would this be a sub too?
No,
Or
it would
this
be
is-
creative finance.
Like owner, okay.
And I have sweetbread here.
They sell the sweetbread like this.
So basically what that would mean, they would want, the amount is 100 and they want 180. So let's say $180,000 purchase price. All right. Terms 15 years. Interest rate they're asking 8%. Down payment of 30,000. And so what this looks like is principal and interest would be $1,400 a month. All in, I mean, it's not insurable unless it's as a mobile home. So I mean, with taxes, we're probably looking at like $1,600 a month. You'd be cash flowing probably like $1,500 a month. $1,500 a month, and you're all in at if after our assignment fee, you're all in at like, I don't know, 65,000. Would you spend $65,000 to cash flow $1,500 a month?
The cash flow is $1,500 a month.
Cash flow, not
Well,
revenue.
you're golden.
Cash
Yeah.
flow, that's what I'm saying.
No,
This is
you're
a
golden.
2.3% deal, bro. This is wild.
You know that's ridiculous.
2.3% times 12 equals 27%. Cash on cash a month, a year. 100 divided by 27% means you're making all of your money back in 3 years, and you're cash on cash after that. So I'm gonna come back and offer her, see if we can do 6% just to make this even more of a golden deal.
Yeah.
Hey, Sandy.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
You are awesome. Thank you so much for waiting for me. I'm sorry, my mind is everywhere because I was with my underwriting team and we had to factor in a few things for the offer. But I think that we could come in at the full asking price of 180.
Okay.
With a down payment, I can do the down payment of 30K.
Okay.
I like the 15-year amortization. Would they be willing to work with us if we can do all of these terms? Would they be willing to work with us if we can do 5%?
Ooh, that I don't think so, because that's not even close to what the market is right now on interest rates. I think they might go down some, but not that much. I'll ask them though.
Should I present an LOI so that they can see that we're ready to rock and roll? Because I mean, we're still willing to do the down payment.
Now, are you offering that without looking at the property, or do you want to go see it first and then I can?
That's my sight unseen offer, because
Right.
I feel like we're being very conservative how we're underwriting it. I still,
Right.
and but mind you, just so that you understand where my mindset is coming from, I'm also factoring in the fact that I'm not going to be able to refinance this thing at a very
Right.
bare minimum. I can wrap the note, but that's why I need to create some sort of cushion here for regarding the interest. I don't want to I don't want to
Well,
lowball them,
the
but I feel like
last,
I want to be reasonable.
right. Can you go up a little bit on the sales price, like to 187?
If I were to come up to 187, do you think that would make it a little more appealing to
That
them?
might. I'd have to. We communicate through WhatsApp. I'd have to communicate that to them. And you said 5% interest, 15-year amortization. Oh, the MLS is 8.5% interest. So down to 5. Let me see what they say.
Okay.
Oh, they don't want really. How long is your option period?
If you can, if you can swing this for me, I'll pay 3% of your commission, and I'll only need a 5-day option period. Nothing crazy.
The biggest thing on the last one was the 5-day also option period. And
Give me
like I
3
told you,
days.
The only way you, okay, I'll give you 3 days, but the only thing you can do is the problem with the other one was the 3%. I'm sorry, the insurance on the property.
Yeah, I'll
They
need
will
3
only
days at
insure
least,
as a
just because.
multifamily.
Yeah, I'll need the 3 days exactly for that. I just need to full
Okay.
full transparency.
Okay.
Most of these deals are
Let me
funded with.
communicate with them. I don't know how quickly they'll respond, but I'll send it to them right now. And as soon as they respond, I'll call you back. Tell me your first name again.
My first name is Aaron with an E.
Aaron.
Yes, ma'am.
Aaron with an E. Okay.
And Sandy, how long? When should I follow up with you if I don't hear back from you?
How long? What?
When should I follow up with you if I don't hear back from you?
Oh, today I would say 5 p.m.
Okay, beautiful. Do you need for me to send an L? I can tell you're busy, so I'll let you go. But should I send an LOI via email, or do you want to?
Yes.
Awesome. What's your email? Uh-huh.
At Gmail.
All right. Go Sandy. You said go Sandy 930 at Gmail.
Mhm.
Beautiful, Sandy. Thank you so much. Hopefully, we can make this
Okay.
this deal work, and I will talk to you soon.
Hopefully so. Thank you, Aaron.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Bye. That's actually a really good deal. That's a really good deal. Now, what could possibly kill that deal? In the back of my mind, I'm always looking at the opportunity for the deal. That's how we underwrite it, right? How we're going to exit this deal. I think I factored in a $15,000 to $20,000 assignment fee as the entry fee, and it works beautifully. So there's my opportunity. I will sell this to somebody who's willing to acquire this property, creative finance, so that they're only into the deal total with closing costs, down payment, marketing, and my assignment fee, as well as holding costs. They're all in probably at 70 to 75K. So to be all in at 75K out of pocket, and cash flow 15 to 18 cash flow, not revenue, cash flow 15 to $1,800. That's a beautiful deal for a certain type of buyer. Now, with that said, what could kill this deal, which we should always be thinking about that as well, what could kill this deal is if my rents are inaccurate, right? If my rents are inaccurate and you're not able to generate the revenue that I'm projecting, which I think I was pretty conservative with the way I ran it, but that could possibly kill the deal. Okay.
Yeah.
Somebody says, wow, 3 days. Are you keeping it or wholesaling it? No, I'm wholesaling it. Unless I mean, this is a dope deal. I'm not gonna lie. One of them tempting deals, but honestly, I would just want to wholesale this. This isn't up my alley. And this, I would just be wholesaling it to an investor who they do this type of stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Beautiful. Ninja tip, guys, for those of you who are tuning in live and those of you who are on the replay. Ninja tip is time block your behaviors. So that means you can get a lot more deep work and be a lot more effective if you have a time block for calls, you have a time block for sending your LOIs and offers, you have a time block for follow-ups, you have a time block for dispo, as opposed to saying, all right, I'm gonna do all of those things in 2 hours, and then it's like it's like running, it's like going an inch in 1,000 directions. But whenever you have a time block, it's like going a mile in one direction. You can actually accomplish a whole lot more in a whole lot less time, a whole lot more effectively, a whole lot more efficiently, and then you can focus on the next thing and then run that up and the next thing and focus on. There is no such thing as true multitasking. Not if you want to be an absolute master. There's no such thing as true multitasking.
Yeah, I can't.
By the way,
to save my life.
some people might argue and say, "No, Aaron, I multitask all the time." And basically, what that means is one of the things that you're doing is suffering. That's all it means. So you can
Exactly.
do it, but if you weren't, you'd be more effective at either one of the things that you're doing simultaneously. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So just throwing that out there.
When I try to
Go ahead, Joey.
multitask, it does not work. Like I'll be, let's say me and Aaron are talking on here, and then I'm trying to like send a text to a buyer or seller or something. Like there, whatever Aaron says, doesn't matter how important it is, I'm not listening. It just can't. I can't physically listen.
Physically, you cannot. You physically
No,
cannot.
it's impossible.
The way the
Your mind
mind
can't be.
the way the
My bad. I
mind
was gonna
works.
say they can't be two places at once.
So what's happening is the mind is taking its focus off of the other thing and on this, so that this other thing isn't we might be hearing the words, but we're not fully processing. You know what I'm saying? Or vice versa.
Facts.
Or vice versa.
And then I'll have it happened last night on the group calls. I was like, somebody was asking me questions, and I was like sending out an LOI or doing something else. I literally had to ask them to repeat themselves like 4 times, and I'm like, yo, my bad. I gotta get some offers out, bro.
Yeah, I'm running it up, bro. Come on, Joey.
I gotta do a repeat of yesterday, and I'm so behind schedule already, but we gonna get it.
We gonna make it. We gonna make it. I got 24 more minutes, bro. Yeah, I can. I gotta be off in 15 minutes, bro. Production studio has needs.
I got owned on a call while you were making calls before.
You got what?
I got owned on this one call.
Yeah.
The guy's like, "Are you even looking at the listing?" And I'm like, "I'm pulling it up." Like,
Uh-huh.
he's like, "Call me back when you look at the listing." It was like a brand new house. They wanted owner financing. They wanted 10% down, or not 10% down, 10% interest. And I was like, I just texted him because I tried calling him back. Is that negotiable?
Yeah.
Deal killers right there.
Deal killers, fam. Extraordinarily high interest or high, like too high of an interest can kill your creative finance deals.
Yeah, I threw it
It's
in
like-
a mortgage calculator. It was like a $200 profit a month or 200 net a month. I was like, yeah, that's not going to work.
Yep.
Let me find this realtor's actual number.
Brett Ashmish on YouTube says, "What list? Where are you getting the leads from to call?" These are on-market offers that we are making. So we are curating this list from softwares like Zillow, websites like Zillow, Redfin, and the local MLS. Getting access to agents who are giving us the list of properties that do not qualify for FHA, VA, and conventional loans. Why? Because if it doesn't qualify for those, if it doesn't qualify for those financing options, what does that mean? The property is going to need to be sold cash. It's going to need to be sold by a cash buyer or an investor. So, and then another filter is properties that have been on the market for an extended period longer than the average days on market. Right? So now what you're doing is you're creating a list where the odds that the realtor and seller are going to accept an offer significantly that's a wholesale offer are a lot higher. All right, so that's where we're getting our list from and the leads to call. Brett, the idea is to generate $250,000 in revenue with $0 in marketing expenses. Hey,
Hello, it's Devin.
Hi, Devin. My name is Joseph. I'm a real estate investor. I was calling about your listing on Pasadena.
Okay,
Yeah, is that still available?
it is, yes.
Okay, what could you tell me about that listing?
It's a great affordable home.
Great affordable home?
Yes.
Okay, what type of work does it need?
Really nothing. I mean, it was rent ready. I mean, people were renting it out before we tried to sell it. So, I mean, for work-wise, I feel like it's not really much. Having a central unit, if you prefer that. Otherwise, when the units will work.
Okay, like it's central AC, you're saying, or it has
I'm saying that if you wanted to, you could add a central unit to give it central AC and heat, or you can just add more window units to the house.
Okay,
But I
understood.
mean, as far as the house, it's clean.
You know, this looks pretty clean. They did a full remodel here.
No, he had it as a rental for a while.
Oh, okay. And what's the reason he's selling this one?
He wants to cash out and move on to other things.
Got it. Okay. Is there any wiggle room on the price at this point? If we
We're willing to present whatever we get and see what he says.
Okay. And do you know what this would appraise for? Because it looks pretty fixed up and doesn't really need anything. Is this what it would? Is 195 like what a retail buyer would pay for this? I'm guessing.
Somewhere in that range, 195, 210. I mean, in that range. We actually had a few offers of buyers come in and then bond the contract, but then they pulled out for whatever reasons.
Got it. Do you know what happened?
We don't ask. They just send termination within their option period, and that's within their rights, and they're able to move on.
Got it. Okay, but they didn't tell you like any info or anything as to why.
One of them was why the central AC unit put in, and our seller wasn't willing to do it.
Oh, he wanted the seller to do it.
He did, and our seller wasn't willing to put it in.
Got it. And were these investors or these were end buyers?
That person was an end buyer.
Got it. Okay. And how much could this rent for?
I think he had it rented at $1,300 a month. But he's getting it rented.
Okay. And is that like market rent over there?
I have to run numbers. I don't have that in front of me. We don't really work with renters or people who do rentals. So I have to spend the time to go looking for a rental job. So this guy wasn't a client of ours on the rental side. He came to us to get it sold.
Okay, understood. Let me just place you on a brief hold, and I'll come back with an offer. And really quick before I do that, is the owner open to an owner finance on this one, or is it only cash?
Only, I mean, financing acceptable, but no, he won't carry it.
No carry it. Okay. Okay. Let me just place you on a brief hold. I'll be right back. This is a retail one. Oof. Yeah, it'd have to be like 140. Oh.
Devin.
Hey, Devin. Sorry about that. I just looked at it. Honestly, we could probably only get like
Okay, you're below his minimum offer presenting, so we won't be able to do a deal, unfortunately.
Is there like a mortgage in place?
There's it's a small price home, but you're significantly below what he would want. Yes.
Understood. Okay, and do you have any other properties that would be good for investors by chance?
to me, any property is good for investors if they're in the strategy of long-term holding and wanting to hold houses. They're all going to appreciate it. We don't have any homes that are for investors who want to offer. I mean, that was 55,000 below ask on the 195 house. I think that was like 38% less than the displex. So we don't have any sellers who are willing to take that kind of hold on houses now.
Okay, I mean, it all depends on the property for us. Usually I'm looking for value add stuff, and this usually would, like, unless it was open owner financing, it wouldn't really qualify for our buy box. That's why I'm at that number, because like we just got to walk in with some equity. But
we don't have nobody who's giving away their equity right now. All of our people, nobody is desperate about to lose their house. If they were, we just buy from them and get them out of it.
okay, well, if you ever have anybody that like needs a quick sale or something, definitely send it my way.
All right.
Okay, awesome. Thanks, brother. We were not boys on that call.
Yeah. Energy was a little off. Juan Melendez says, if so, by the way, he says, are the leads coming from PropStream, or are you calling lists from Zillow? If so, any specific filters? They are from Zillow, Redfin, and as of late, what we're doing is we're pulling all the leads off of MLS, and you can get access by reaching out to realtors in your area. And the filters on MLS are all the properties that are currently listed that do not qualify for FHA, VA, conventional financing, any Freddie or Fannie financing. Why? Because if they don't qualify for a lender, then that means it has to be a cash buyer or hard money lender in order to purchase the property, meaning it's probably going to be a property that's an investment property, meaning that the propensity, the odds that this person will be willing to accept a hotel offer price is a lot higher. All right, so that's what we're looking at. And then another filter, if you don't have that and you're on Zillow and Redfin for free, what you can do is just look for days on market, and you want to look up what the average days on market is in your local region, and then you want an excess of that. So that these are properties that have been on the market for an amount that is more than the average days on market. All right, that
usually
means
45 days.
Usually 45 days or more. Yep. Then you can also do keyword filters, but oftentimes that tends to get your pool down, your opportunity pool down low. But still, use those keyword searches like investor friendly, great buy and hold, handyman special, all those key buzzwords for investors. You can play with all of those, and you can scrape together a really high quality list that way as well.
Facts. And use Redfin if you guys don't have MLS access. Redfin over Zillow, because Zillow won't filter out for the 45 days plus. You'll literally be like, it'll take 10 times longer just to try to find the ones that have actually been listed long enough.
Big factual statements. And then Juan Montez asked this: are you guys doing 70% minus repairs on offers? I am not. What are you doing, Joey? I'll explain my method right now, and it's super easy. But what are you doing, Joey? How are you making offers? I think we're doing it different ways, which is cool.
Yeah. So I have my flip calculator. So basically the way I do it is I plug I have a rehab calculator that calculates how much the rehab's going to cost based on the extent of the work and the square footage. And then all you got to do is plug in the square footage, like light, medium, heavy, structural, and then it'll tell you the rehab. And then you basically throw it in the flip calculator. You find your ARV, put the ARV and the rehab in there, and then you play with the wholesale number on the calculator. And it'll basically, what you want to do is, let's say it's a 50K rehab, you want it to be a 50K profit. If it's a 100K rehab, you want to be as close to a 100K profit as possible, because the longer the work, the more money that an investor is going to need to make. Because if they're working 6 months to flip a house, they're not going to want to make under like 5-10, usually 10 grand a month. So you just got to make sure the numbers make sense for the investors.
Yep, 100%. So what's crazy is we can offer you this calculator for free. Just DM me the resource vault. We'll give you the offer calculator. We'll give you the appraisal rules. We'll give you the on-market script. We'll give you the LOI, and all the resources that you need to do exactly what me and Joey are doing, and we'll do that for free. And the reason why we're doing this is because we want more people to join our community, and you can't really join our community if you're broke. So we need for you to not be broke. and to at least get your business started so that you can join our community and we can work together to help you build a business that allows you to hit 6 figures or more in 12 months or less with predictability and profitability.
And we
So
want y'all to win.
we
That's the
want you
most
to win,
important
man.
part. I want
And
you guys to be successful with the least amount of barriers as possible. And if you have all the resources and the right tools and you're willing to take the action, you're gonna win.
Facts.
And that's like, I didn't have all the resources to get to where we're at. So now I have them. I want to be able to share them with everybody so you guys could be successful.
1,000,000 bajillion%. And that's why me and Joey are doing this for free. With that said, the way I am coming up with offers really quick before we hop off this live is I'll determine the ARV. I have 3 categories, and this is enough for me to McDonald's my business and make you an offer in literally 3 to 5 minutes. Once I determine ARV, which would take me about 2 minutes, then if it's a cosmetic rehab, meaning it does not need any of the big 5 items, which is roof, foundation, electrical, plumbing, or HVAC. If it doesn't need any of those things, simply cosmetic, I will offer 65% of the ARV minus repairs, period. Okay? If it's a gut rehab, which is the second category, meaning it only needs 2 to 3 of those 5 items I just mentioned, that's called a gut rehab, and it's 2 to 3 of those 5 items, including cosmetic. All right, I'll offer 45% of the ARV minus my profit. Okay, and if it is what's on the third category, which we call a structural rehab, meaning it's going to need all 5 of those items, right? Roof, foundation, electrical, plumbing, HVAC. If it's going to need all 5, that's what we call a structural rehab. I'll offer 35% of ARV minus my profit. Y'all want to know what's crazy? Me and Joey can run our numbers in our different ways that we do just because our businesses are different. 9 times out of 10, there's like a 3 to 7% marginal error there.
Yeah,
like usually,
we're like almost always coming.
Almost
at the same
always,
number.
it's coming in at the same number, right? So there's more than one way to skin the cat, y'all. But if y'all want to have that spreadsheet that makes the offer for you, send me a DM and I will give you access to our resource vault. That way you can start hitting your start making these offers today. Okay, Juan, how can I get them? I just said that. DM me right now, my guy. DM me and I will get that over to you for free. With that said, we gotta hop off this. We got Cherry the Goat in the production studio. Those of you that don't know, if you follow my content, I usually post content where it's probably one of the happiest days of the week. And I go see Cherry, the greatest barber in all of San Antonio, probably the greatest barber on the planet. Definitely blowing up. Go follow Cherry the Goat. But she's in the production studio doing content right now, and so I have to hop off this. Joey, it is always a pleasure to be on here making money with you, to have you on my team, to have you in my circle of friends. You're probably somebody, dude, I talk to you and engage with you more than I do my own family, bro. So
facts.
So you know,
I wouldn't have it any other way right now, bro.
Come on, man. We're in that season. We're in that season of grinding and hustling, and we're laying the foundation for the rest of our life. We're young men, and we're building empires, bro. So I love you, dude. I appreciate you. I'll talk to you throughout the day, and I'll talk to you later.
Ready to go make some money today.
Let's get it. Deuces, yo.
If you're not closing deals today, your business is dying.
I just really think you don't like my assignment fees. But it's all good though, cause I'll double close. Ask me how much did I make, only my mother knows. Now I'm at the dealership like I own one of those. I just made 100,000 right under your nose. 10 bands, 50 band Q Miller. My pipeline like Godzilla. Please do not play with my Skrilla. Attorney on deck, he a killer, yeah. Beat on my chest like gorilla. Me and winning are familiar, yeah. Me and the whole lot familiar. Neapolitan vanilla, yeah, that's mixed up, not messed up.
Oh my goodness. What a show, what a show.